Today's starter, Roki Sasaki. What should we keep an eye on here?
He may not dominate, but he always keeps the club in the game. If you can score runs, you have a really good chance to win with him on the mound today.
All right, ready to get underway. Jorge Soler up at the plate.
Number 12, Jorge Soler.
And we're underway. The 0-1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 0-2.
Ball.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Strike three. It's a strikeout for Roki. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, Boog. One reason for those long balls comes from the lineup being aggressive and confident. If they maintain that approach, they could hit a few more today.
So Trout comes up with the knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting third, left fielder Wade Meckler.
And here is Wade Meckler. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s.
Aye.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
He makes the grab.
Batting fourth, first baseman Vaughn Grissom.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit.
All right, ready to go here. Jorge Soler up at the plate. And that's how we get started here in Los Angeles.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Nope.
Up the middle, and that chance handled. One out in the top of the first. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Next pitch downstairs. Ball 2. Just underway. Crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. That one missed. Now 3-0. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Man at first with 1 gone. So in now for the Angels, Wade Meckler. The 0-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 0-2. In the dirt. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle to second, but way too late. Safe there.
Batting fourth, first baseman Vaughn Grissom.
Ball 1. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam. Spot right here, a couple runners on, 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Outside.
That's out. Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position and a hitter's count.
Oswald Peraza up next for the Angels. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Next to hit, Oswald Peraza. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
That's a ball. Missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. First and third, one down. On the ground, right side. To Betts at second for one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We go to the bottom of the first. And getting to start for the Angels, Reed Detmers. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Ball.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Here's a 1-2.
Ball two.
And there's
Ball
a ball.
three.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Payoff pitch. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
That one misses.
Pitcher base, ball
So
four.
a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here's Freddie Freeman. He's one of those guys that seems to get better as he gets older. Tag and Ohtani is out. They picked him off.
Wow, that can be so tough. Left-hander with that leg. Picks it up and can dangle it in the air a little bit, and you're not quite sure. Really good move over, and you can't blame the base runner for getting picked off on that one. Something that stands out about Freeman, Boog, is how well he takes care of himself. He admits he wasn't focused on his health early in his career, but now he's eating and working out the right way, which hopefully extends his career a few seasons. Freddie just wants to play as long as possible, and the only way he can do that is by taking care of himself. He's talented, but you also have to stay healthy if you want to play for a long time.
Ball, that's
But it's
out.
tough to think of a better situation for Freeman. He's playing baseball for one of the most popular teams in the world, and it happens to be just outside his hometown.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. This one in the air, center field. Siri under it. And there are two down. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Outside, that's a ball.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out, pepper in the zone, arm is loose, and firing him in there.
Ball 2.
Flares it into the outfield. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They're down 1-0. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So in now for the Angels, Donovan Walton. That one outside.
Oh, that pitch is out.
And that's ball 1.
Hey!
Sasaki fires. And a foul ball. To the right side, Freeman. He takes it on his own and quickly one away in the second.
Batting 7th, second baseman Nick Madrigal.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now it's Jose Siri. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right side. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Batting 9th, catcher Logan Ohaku.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Ball 2.
Misses off the inside. 3-2 now. And they're all loaded up.
Ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Jorge Soler. Golden opportunity right here.
That's a ball.
That
Ball
one misses. That's 5 straight.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
In danger of walking in the tying run.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
3-0 down. Ball
That's ball
four,
4.
and a
Take your
run
bait.
comes in to score.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
That one is absolutely belted. And foul ball.
Trying to steal a first pitch strike with the breaking ball right there, but he was all over it in the box. Kind of sets up an interesting at-bat the rest of the way. A little chess match here.
In the dirt, nothing happening on the bases, though. Traffic on the bases with one already in here at the top of the second. And a count 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Oh, Meckler up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Bases loaded, 2 down. And another ball.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Good hitters count the 2-0. And that one fouled off. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. They limit the damage here. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Angels 2 and the Dodgers nothing. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
High fly ball right field. Soler drops steps, heads back on it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt. Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Now 1-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
The 1-2. And that just misses.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 2-2 on the way. Rip towards third. Slings to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. 2 out, space is empty. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball.
Next offer in there for a strike. And the count even 1-1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that will end the inning. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's the Angels cleanup batter, Vaughn Grissom.
You know, those Angels showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That's a
really
ball.
good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Inside.
Nope, that's
And now
inside.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And it remains 2-2. This one popped up right side. Freeman under it. And the first baseman makes the catch.
Up next for the Angels, shortstop Oswald Peraza.
Ball.
Some
That's
early
down.
action out there in the bullpen. Jonathan Hernandez looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hernandez also getting ready.
Hey.
And a ball and 2 strikes on the ground. And that one handled. Sends it to first. Fine play in the hole for the out.
Up next for the Angels, third baseman Donovan Walton.
2 down, base is empty. Donovan Walton, the next to hit. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Angels, second baseman Nick Madrigal.
Hey.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
0-2 now. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Angels lead 1, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back here at Dodger Stadium, set for the bottom of the third, Ryan Ward steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball, that's out.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting eighth, third base.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Ball.
The lefty, the 1-0. And there's a foul ball. Way out front for strike two.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Oh, 1 down.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ward, the base runner at first with 1 out. That one ripped, but foul. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the dirt. Two. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Fought off foul. Oh, 0-2 now.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Step off, throw to first.
No, he's in there.
Back in on a dive. Pitch misses there, and it's a full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And ball
Nope,
four,
that's ball
two
four.
aboard.
Take your base.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. Fly to center his first time. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Dives, can't get it. It's a base hit. One runs in. The relay to the plate, and he's out.
On the tag, he's out.
Down, and that ends the inning. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to inning number 4. Angels 2, and the Dodgers 1.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Jonathan Hernandez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Center fielder Jose Siri.
Hernandez, a 6'3" righty. He features a sinker, a slider, and he works in a changeup.
That's a ball.
That
Ball
one
3.
misses. Ball 3. A little out front there as he swings through it. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
On a line out towards center. Dives and he can't hang on. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So back to the top of the order. Jorge Soler, the next to hit for the Angels.
Hey!
And now the 0-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Ohapi off of first with 2 away.
Nope.
And
That's
another
ball 3.
So a
That's
walk
out. Ball
puts
4.
runners at first and second.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Wade Meckler will hit next. 1 for 2. Misses
That's
again. 5 in a row. Two on, 2 outs. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming home. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
1.
The 1-0. Rolled over to third.
That
And
ball's
that's
foul.
just foul. The Angels trying to break this one open. Top half of inning number 4. And now
That's
2-1.
ball 2.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Ball, that's
Inside,
in.
just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a payoff pitch. Breaking ball,
Time
and
out.
that got him.
That ball got him. First base.
Up next for the Angels.
It appears Dave
shortstop,
Roberts is going to dig into his
Oswald
bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Jonathan Hernandez done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Blake Trinan.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
And next for L.A., Oswald Peraza. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Two outs, bases are full. And there's the strike. Base hit, 1 run in already. Now the second run is in. It's a 2-run single, and they're up by 4.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Throw is high and over his head. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there.
That one really hurts. You're already down in the game, and that error puts you even further behind. Just can't let it compound from here, though. You got to flush it, get ready for the next one, make a play, get back in the dugout.
Madrigal in the box, lays off for ball 1. First and second, 2 down. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. Base hit into the outfield. Here comes the throw. Safe.
No,
In
he's safe.
comes the run from second. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Looped that one in there for the knock. Definitely got that pitch on the outside of the cap a little bit, but he made it work for him.
Hey!
Siri not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. Still 1 challenge left for them. 2 on, 2 outs. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. And a 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. And midway in the 4th, it's the Angels 7 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in L.A., bottom of the 4th, Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This one in the air, center field. Siri moving back for this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and 1 out.
He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher
Will Smith to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. Did not go. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. In the dirt. Payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Tucker leads off first with 1 away. Up the middle, Peraza. The flip, there's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Angels 7 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Swings through the sweeper.
You know, these Angels putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And the 0-2. Just misses with that one. On the ground right side, Freeman steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Angels, right fielder Jorge Soler.
Aye.
The Halos up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ball 1. What do you
reversal
got?
there. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. And they'll do it again.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's 2 down. It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Blake Trinan gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
A new
Dodgers,
arm into the game,
number
the
60,
righty, Edgardo Henriquez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats,
Up
obviously,
next for the
regardless of the
Angels,
score.
designated hitter,
Here's Mike Trout. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Foul ball. Fastball almost got him there.
Ball 2.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Inside.
Ball. That's inside.
Ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. And
Ball, that's
another ball.
outside.
That
Hey!
one at triple digits. In the air, right field. Tucker has a beat on it, and that'll do it. Angels strand 1, and they're on top 7-1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Nope. Outside.
So I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
This one in the air, right field.
Oh,
And
that's
it's a foul ball. Comes a 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Madrigal on to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run.
He's
Got
out.
him. Nice play.
Well, he had to make the perfect play up the middle, be able to square himself up with the shoulders enough to be able to make a strong, accurate throw to first, and I thought that was an infield hit all the way.
2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Max Muncy. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Liner, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulders stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why it jumped off the bat.
Ball. Hey.
Fastball
That's
is
off the plate.
outside.
Ball 2.
Muncy off of first with 2 away. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Freeland thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for LA. They're down 7-1. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. And the batter now,
Leading off
Vaughn
for the
Grissom.
Angels, first baseman Vaughn Grissom.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's ball 2.
Here's a 2-1. Foul ball there. And the 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Freeland fires over to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Angels, shortstop Oswald Peraza.
And strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Softly hit to third,
Foul!
but it kicks foul. Left field. 2 away now.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
on the ground, and he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. It's the Angels 7 and the Dodgers 1. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Sean Anderson, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The 2-1. Fastball is outside. Swing and a miss, and now it's 3-2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. A solo shot. And they cut into the deficit.
Freddie has such a smooth swing. He makes these home runs look so effortless. Now, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Now fly ball to right center. Soler on the move. 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. He's been a great free agent sign. This one driven deep center field, on its way, home run. And King Tuck sends it out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they cut into the deficit.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Did a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air, left center field. This one's got a chance. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track back as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Yeah! Ball 1.
Man on second, 2 down. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's 7-4. That gets by him. Pajes on his way to third.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Reed Detmers won't go any further tonight, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Sean
Angels,
Anderson
number 64,
taking over on the
Sean
mound.
Anderson.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
That misses, and that is ball 1. And another ball.
That's a ball.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Now a pop-up on the infield. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 7-4 ball game.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 70.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Here's Nick
Leading off for the
Madrigal.
Angels, second baseman Nick Madrigal.
This one in the air, right field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around second now, as they still don't have it. Safe at third with a triple, his 3rd hit of the day.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
High fly ball, right field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. To the plate. Save. And they lead by 4.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher.
That's a ball.
He had a talk with me, and I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again. He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sack fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Out to short, Betts. Slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Angels, right fielder Jorge Soler.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the right fielder, Jorge Soler. That one fouled off. Line into right center field. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Angels, the designated hitter, Mike Trout.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. Soler leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Ball 2.
Fouled off left side. The 2-1. That one in there to Mike Trout. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the top half of inning number 7. That's down
Ball
and
3.
in.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And ball 4
Take
to
your
aboard.
base.
Oh, good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Boo?
So in now for the Angels, Wade Meckler. And that drops in for a strike. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Off the mark
that
there.
ball went out.
And the count 1-2. Stays alive. Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. To the right side. A dive. He's got it. Throws from his knees. And they get the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Back here in L.A. and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
Hey!
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Anderson, in his 3rd season, 31 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick. back in 2016.
Ball,
That's
it.
a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Backed off the plate that time.
Ball 3.
Payoff pitch. In the air, left field. And it drops in. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Freeland not having as much success with the bat here at home as you see the splits.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Oh, right to the backstop. Muncy into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
That's a ball.
The 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. Man at second. Now this one gets away from the catcher. And the runner holds. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 to
Take your
aboard.
base.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
And that is out of play.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Tied him up inside with that one. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Clutch situation, and here comes one of the best hitters in these spots, Freddie Freeman. There's a strike. Two on, one out.
Ball 1.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. On the ground to first. Goes to second for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Angels 8 and the Dodgers 4. Back here at Chavez Ravine. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Vaughn Grissom. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. On to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Angels, shortstop Oswald Peraza.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And it's fouled away.
Ball 2.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Angels, third baseman.
So in now for the Angels, Donovan Walton. Swing and a foul out of play. Peraza over at first with one away. Fouled off to the right. The 0-2. Goes down looking. Well, wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Number 70 won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the Dodgers,
new arm out of the bullpen, Jack Dreyer.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top of the 8th. Now a pop-up on the infield. Freeland. And that is that. Angels leave one, but they still lead it by a count of 8-4. Back here at Dodger Stadium. On to the bottom of the 8th. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics. If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Man at second.
What do you
Tries
got?
to check his swing. Now a look to third. And he went around, according to Patrick Johnson. Brush to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. Another homer. His second homer of the night. And they close the gap. It's 8-6. These fans are really excited right now.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the fresh shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Sean Anderson will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. So they bring on the veteran, Kirby Yates. He last pitched 2 days ago. The batter now will be Will Smith. 1 for 3. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. Action in the Angels bullpen. Sam Bachman, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Well, the bat pretty much taken out of his hands there.
Yeah, he was patient. He didn't chase and go outside of his strike zone. So, you know, you have to tip your cap because you ultimately know that the guy behind you is going to have an opportunity to get it done. And that's what you got to do. Pass the baton sometimes and trust your teammates.
That's in for a strike. Hammered on the line, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
These hitters are relentless. Just till the bell sounds, they are going to keep coming at you, trying to get you into the corner and knock you out.
Digging in, Ryan Ward. Off the
Ball,
mark
that's too
there.
high.
And that's ball 1. Strike 1. Smith at second. Pajes on at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. First and second here, no outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Sets him down looking. And that is a big first out.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Sneaks through, base hit. Runner around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by one.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fouls away the first offering.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Two on, one out. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
One and two here. Upstairs.
Oh, that's upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you've got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him swinging.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Kirby Yates done for the night, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So they bring on their closer in the eighth, Sam Bachman.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
And fouled off. Two on, two outs. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Fights that one away, still 1-2. It's a strikeout. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. Through 8 full, it's the Angels 8. We go. Okay, all set to go. Jorge Soler up at the plate. And we are underway.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Nope, outside.
Check swing, but he went too far. And the count 1-2. That one drilled left field. Carrying well. And that one is out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. The Angels on the board first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
Oh, look at the stop. To first. Nicely done for the out.
Left fielder.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Wade Meckler now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
Nope.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
To the right side, and that goes foul. The 1-2. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
That's too
low.
low.
That's down.
Ball 1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on.
That's
Just
ball 3.
outside. And the count's full. Battling here as he fouls it away. Three-two. This one in the air center field. Pajes on his way over. And that is that. Angels get one with a solo homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting to start for the Angels, Reed Detmers. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. Look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that one fouled off. Detmers, 26 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. Swings through that one for strike 2. Good eye in that spot. Pitch misses,
inside.
and that's ball 3. Got him. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the 1 run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Inside, ball 1.
The 1-0. Just off the inside edge. And
ball
another
3.
Ball. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The 3-1 is on the way. Outside, and it's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So man aboard, Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball 1.
And the 1-0.
Yeah.
Man at first, one away. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Nope.
Really good take,
That's
especially
inside.
with 2 strikes.
Freeman stands at first with 1 out. Struck him out looking.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Ball, that pitch is up.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Good fastball going early until they show they can make some good contact. You keep on throwing the pitch.
Swing and a miss. as he was out front that time. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Holy Toledo. A two-run homer, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 2-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So 2 down. Will Smith to the plate.
Ball.
First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point.
Aye. That's ball 2.
The 2-1. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Brings it in. That is the inning. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Second inning set to go. So in now for the Angels, Oswald Peraza. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. So they've still got both their challenges.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Lifted in the air down the left side.
No, foul ball.
Just foul.
Ball 2.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Oh, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Here's your 1. Popped up. Muncy settles under this one. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7th, second baseman Nick Madrigal.
Here's Nick Madrigal.
Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Angels strand 1. They're down 2-1. Back here in L.A. and at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
That's a ball.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And a good start to the inning.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
That's in for a strike, a slider.
Ball. That's inside.
Just
Nope.
missed. And it's even up.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
1 out man at first. Muncy digs in. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. The 0-1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Pajes at first, 1 gone. Just
Off the plate, ball 1.
And it's 1-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And
That's a
it
ball.
skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
2-2 on the way. A Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out. If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
That's a ball.
Step off throw to first. Safe. Back in safe, really close. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Nope,
that one
that's
close. Ruled a ball. Ball 1. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. In the dirt, blocked. Ripped to third. And that is the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. On to the third inning. Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Hey! Outside, that's a ball.
Recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Here's a 1-1. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And that turns the lineup over.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. And a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here's Trout. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Right through there for a strike. So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Ball 2.
Off that pitch down.
No outs, runners at first and second. stays alive. And that's hold the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
That's in for a strike. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. Two on, 1 out. And that's fouled off.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
That's in there. And the count is even, 2-2.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
That misses, and now 3-2. Vaughn Grissom on deck for the Angels. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Ohapi, the lead runner at second. Soler over at first with 1 away. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. Now a pop-up on the infield. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Angels, first baseman Vaughn Grissom.
Two aboard, 2 outs. And now it's the Angels cleanup batter. Vaughn Grissom flied to center his first time. Late swing fouled off. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
He's going off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Angels strand a couple, and our score remains 2-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine as we go to the last of the third. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
The 1-1.
That's ball 2.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That misses the zone. 3-1. No question about this one. It's out of here. He circles the bases, and they add a run. It's 3-1.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. And that one is in for a strike at 95. 0-2 now. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And the strike call will stand. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the last half of the third. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Betts into second.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Ball 1.
Man at second. Hammer, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
That's a little bit low.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
On a line, and it stays fair. 1 run is in. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 5-1.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Reed Detmers out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. On the mound now, Sean Anderson.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
So up next, Andy Pajes. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. And that's downstairs. And that is ball 1. That one almost got him.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And ball 4 to a board. Foul ball there. The 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That's in. Ball 2.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
No, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
2 aboard with 1 out. Here's Max Muncy.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Nope, that's down.
Next offering upstairs.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
2-0. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
High fly ball out towards left field. Carrying well. And that one becomes property of the beast. Max Muncy mashes one the opposite way. Second home run of the inning for him. And they add to their lead. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Ball.
Just missed. And there's the automatic. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Takes it in for the out.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani now at the plate. This one in the air, center field. Siri settles under it. And that is the third out of the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Out of the 4th.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs. You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The 1-1. On the ground right side. And it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Angels, third baseman, Donovan.
Here's the third baseman, Donovan Walton. 0 for 1. He was robbed of a hit on a diving catch his first time up.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
One now. And he swings through that one. The Dodgers up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Ball.
Maybe a surprise here as the bullpen is already stirring. Jonathan Hernandez looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hernandez getting cranked up as well. The 1-0. And a foul ball. Peraza, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Next offering in there for a strike. Going to count 1 and 2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. One, 2 now. Got him swinging. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
That slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there.
Run around the move.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one 1 run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Man on second, 2 down. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a pop-up. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Man at second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 1-2. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Angels leave 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Back here in LA, bottom 4, Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Freeman, over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2007.
Nope, that's inside.
Late swing, foul to the left. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Ball, that's outside.
The 1-0. And Mookie takes.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Base hit! And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out. So here's Kyle Tucker now. He's already homered in this game.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And the 1-0. Now one missed.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
In for a strike, and it's 2-1.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Swings through that.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Got him looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
First
That's
pitch
outside.
just misses. This one in the air, center field, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Sean Anderson gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
Chase
Angels,
Silseth
number
into the
62,
game.
Chase
I think it's got to be a little
Silseth.
tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
2 on, 2 outs. Up
Ball
and
2.
in, and that's ball 2. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. It's 9-1.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
That one at the knees for a strike. Now the 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Flying around third is Betts. The tag is in there, and they now lead by 9.
Well done. Drives in the run. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here comes Max Muncy.
Ball.
Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-1. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And
No, that's
downstairs. And that'll
Ball
load
4,
the
take the base.
bases.
Speaking of walks, did you see anything special during your walk into the ballpark today? I know you like to take in all the surroundings.
I just love interacting with the people. It's just fun to connect. I mean, as I was headed up to the booth, one guy shouted at me, "Make sure to say hi to Kenny."
Ball, that's outside.
Pajes on third. Ward on second. Muncy on at first with 2 down.
Aye. That's ball 2.
In the air, left side. Meckler settles underneath it. And the inning is over. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Angels 1.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jonathan Hernandez. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. So in now for the Angels, Logan O'Hoppe. Single to right at his first trip. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
You know, these Angels finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had the chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations. And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
1 away here in the 5th.
Up next for the Angels, right fielder Jorge Soler.
Ball 1. Aye.
The Angels with a lot of ground to make up, and we're at the top of the 5th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Mike Trout.
Hitter, Mike Trout.
Out to short. Nice grab. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Angels go quietly there. They're down 9. It's 10-1. back here at Chavez Ravine. This offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side. You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
The 1-0.
Ball, that's low.
And
that's ball 3.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. That one misses.
No, that's a ball.
So a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Here's a 1-1. And that's through there for a strike. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ripped into right field, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Up next for the Dodgers,
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Out towards right center field. Soler on the move to the gap. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Relay throw to third. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out.
for the Dodgers, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
That's in there. 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Yep, that ball went out.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Flips it. There's 1.
You're out.
And that's all they'll get.
I promise you, they're guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Chase Silseth departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
And
Angels,
we've got ourselves a
number
pitching
37,
change. Brent Suter.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First offering way inside, almost got him. Tucker, the runner at first with 2 gone.
That's a ball.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Center fielder, Andy Collins.
Ball 1.
Two on, 2 outs.
Here you go.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. He did not go around. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. The throw in. He's safe. And they extend their lead. So 2 on with 2 away. Now the left fielder, Ryan Ward.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. Going 2 now.
That's a ball.
Popped in the air. Left field. Meckler should have this one. And that ends the inning. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 12 and the Angels 1. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. And now
Leading off
Wade
for the Angels,
Meckler.
Left fielder, Wade Meckler.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. 1 down.
Up next for the Angels, first baseman Vaughn Grissom.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Just a slow ground ball this time. Takes it himself. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Jonathan Hernandez will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the Dodgers,
Blake Trinan on the pitch out of the pen here.
Should be a good first.